What is up, guys? Mike Valle here with Improve Your Life Today podcast. And on today's episode, we're going to be talking about the biggest productivity hack you can use for 2020. Okay, so this hack right here, this is what I've been using to start off the year, and it's already been having me increase my productivity a lot more and a lot quicker and stronger than I did for 2019. The difference that I'm doing this year versus last year is actually getting a planner. Okay, so I got this planner. I bought it on Amazon for like $35. It's called the something Fox. Let me see. But while I look for the name of that, I am driving, so I'll try to be as cautious as I can. Um, Looking for that through my history on my phone of purchases. I have the planner in my backpack right now, but I think it's easier for me to look inside my Amazon account than it is to look inside a bag while I'm driving, right? But what I did is I did research on like the best planners out there, and it took me a cool while to make up my mind in finding the perfect planner to start this decade, and I found it. And now that I opened up Amazon, I see which one it's the name. It's called Clever Fox Planner Pro. They have a basic one, but I wanted to go hard. I wanted to go with the Pro version. The Pro version had more in-depth things, and it's $35. The basic one's $25. It's slightly smaller, and you also get great things from it. But the difference with this planner versus what I've done in the past is, back in the other years, back in 2019, I bought a planner, like a $10 planner at Ross, or I forgot exactly where I bought it, and it worked. It was good. It was a good planner, but it was myself who didn't have the consistency of constantly actually writing out my days and writing out my plans for the day, my goals, my objectives, opposed to how I'm doing things now. I'm actually being much more disciplined in ensuring that I achieve my deadlines and I actually get the stuff I write down done. And that's one of the biggest things you can do for this year, for the decade, and for almost anything is buy yourself a planner and actually stick to it. Don't just start writing on there for like the first 5 days and then just fall off the rails. Stick to the planner, because once you organize your life, you will see how much easier it is to accomplish those things you set out to accomplish. For example, if you always find it hard to balance life with work and the grind, let's say you have a wife and kids, you have a job, and at the same time you're trying to start your affiliate business and you're going crazy because you just don't know how to like make it all work. With a planner, you can assign times. You can go over this with your wife, because we all know here that if you do have a girlfriend, a wife, a partner, it's very hard, and you gotta work alongside them or things will not look so nice. Things will get pretty ugly if you're not working along with your wife, girlfriend, or partner, whatever it is, right? You need to communicate. And so with this planner here, you can assign yourself the hours of the day. So let's say you have a job and you go in to that job from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., right? So for those 9 hours, your time is locked in. Your time is locked for that job. Whatever, you're dedicating that time to the job. There's nothing you can do about it unless you leave your job. But if you're not in the conditions for that, then I suggest you don't do that. So then by 5 p.m. you are out, right? Let's just say you are like myself and you live in Los Angeles, where it's 1 hour of freaking commute, guys. Can't at most it can be an hour commute. So then I would be arriving at 6 o'clock. Now it's 6 o'clock. 1 hour, you spend that hour driving. Be productive. If you're always listening to music, another thing that helps your brain start triggering your subconscious mind and start triggering other things in the way you think and the way you observe things is listen to podcasts or listen to audiobooks, listen to YouTube videos that will get you thinking. it's better than, listening to music. It's, much more beneficial to you. And there's times where you just want to bump your music and chill and, vibe, and that's all good too. But, for the most part, try to balance it. Try to balance your drive, with some productivity in there, with some knowledge. Get some audiobooks in there and just like think. I mean, if you're stuck in the car as long as I am, then there's so much you can do, with listening. And look, I took this to another level this year where I'm starting a podcast when I drive. Now, I'm not doing this podcast episode 2 times a day because, I do commute to work and from work back to home. But 1 hour, usually what I've been doing is the hour that I'm headed to work is when I record. And the hour that I'm headed back home is when I listen to an audiobook or I listen to a podcast episode. Lately, I've been stuck on Secrets to Success by E.T. I like the vibes of that podcast. Himself and his 2 guys, his homies, CJ and can't remember right now, but it's a great podcast. A lot of knowledge in there. Listen to some audiobooks. Recently, I just finished Russ's book, and I forgot what it's called already, but it's called something like It's All in Your Head. I think that is the name. It's All in Your Head, and that's also a great book. So these things right here will help you, become more knowledgeable, become much more productive, and you learn tricks and tips on here that will help you, further yourself, further develop yourself. And then if you develop, what else develops? Your business develops. Because if the CEO, if the founder, if the creator of this business is developing, then the business will be developing as well, as long as that person, uses the knowledge that person has gained. But yeah, guys, I mean, this planner has been really changing it for me. It's been like putting me on some other level. So we got the work down, right, on the planner. We got an hour of podcast recording. What else can we put on there, right? So you're at home at 6. You want to go get something to eat, right? Let's say 6:30, you're done eating. How about you spend some time with your wife, your kids, your girlfriend, whatever you guys have at that time. From 6 to even 9 you can spare. Spare 2 hours of that day. 2 hours and a half, since you're going to spend half an hour eating. Or even 6 to 10, but that's going to be pushing it, okay? I would prefer 6 to 9. And I'll tell you why right now. But, 2 hours and a half, she can't get mad. I mean, as long as you agree together ahead of time, you go through these dates, and then plan out date nights and stuff where you can take her out, take the kids out, whatever else you have to do, get that in there. That way you're organized and you make it happen, and you can't fall off the organization that you have going on. Then that leaves you, let's say you're done, on your date at 9, right? You get back home at 9 p.m. That leaves you with 10, 11, 12 at most. And staying up, sleep is important. If you wake up at 8 or a little earlier than that, then going to sleep at midnight is probably the latest you can go. But there you go. If you spend 2 to 3 hours on your business, you will get something going. Now, I'll admit to this, guys. It is hard. It is hard to stay consistent to that, and it's hard to stick through to it, because if you don't see results, it drives you insane. I'm speaking from experience here, because when I was doing this and I wasn't seeing my business, grow, I wasn't getting the sales I wanted. It was driving me crazy. I was right about to give up, and it gets to that point where you're like, I'm putting in all this work, but I don't see the reward. Like, I'm not getting anything back. Is it even worth it? Does this even work? So don't get those negative thoughts in your mind. What you're working on works. Everything can work to make you money as long as you put in the effort. If you put in all the energy and effort into this, you will make something happen. Just trust me, guys. As long as you go hard at it, you will get something out of it. And yeah, I mean, especially if it's affiliate marketing, because that's what I can talk about with experience, is that affiliate marketing is a great business model, where you can make so much freaking money I mean, Odie in his course talks about one of the, businesses that took him forever to get it to 2K consistently a month. But then after all the knowledge he had from, those 2 previous years to get that business in that rank, he learned so much that when he launched his next one, that next one was making him 10 grand a month. 10 grand a month, guys, just on one website, one affiliate business that he had going. Of course, I can't reveal it, and I don't know if it was 10 or 20. I think his first month was 10, and then he doubled it to 20 the following months, and from there it was always 20, if I'm not mistaken, guys. It's one or the other. But yeah, guys, I mean, get yourself a journal, get yourself a planner, plan your days, write your goals, write your affirmations, have a little vision board in there. It has stickers and all that stuff for that if you end up getting the Clever Fox planner. If not, then get your own planner wherever you can find one, and utilize it always. Write in there the plans for the day, your goal of the day, what do you want to accomplish, what do you want to achieve, and always remind yourself what your purpose is and why you're doing this. Because as long as you have a strong motive, you're going to push through. You're going to push through and you're going to make it happen because you want to succeed, all right? So, that's all I got today, guys. Just wanted to talk about that little productivity hack of 2020. I hope you guys, enjoyed this episode of the podcast. This was Mike Valle with Improve Your Life Today. And, you have yourself a great day, guys. Thanks for listening.